Good evening, you beautiful fuckers, and welcome to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 for stage number 10 of the 2010 Tour de France between Morzine Avoriaz and Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne, another mountain stage in the Alps, following the last stage which finished actually in Morzine Avoriaz, well, in Avoriaz, stage that if you haven't watched, then I highly recommend you to do it. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting stage. A lot of mountain, but not a mountain finish. So hopefully, or potentially, sorry, a chance for a breakaway. The descent ends up about 13 kilometers before the line, so I don't feel like attacking in the descent is a wise choice unless I've got someone in the break, which might give me some ideas with David Zabriskie or Christian van der Velde, although Christian most likely will be protecting Grada in the Col de la Madeleine. It's a 26-kilometer long climb, so I need some teammates with me. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video if you think you'll enjoy it, or don't. And yeah, let's go. Good day at the office once again for Ryder Hashdal, another +3 for the Canadian, definitely making the most out of his 100 fitness right now. And +3 wait, is the race day, okay, no, my bad, I was about to just chat shit. Churuka attacks the winner of Morzine Avoriaz with Niki Terpstra. Van der Velde is not going to attack, at least not yet. I mean, no, he's just not going to attack at all. Tyler Farrar, however, will attack. Go on, Tyler. Go on, son. I may have attacked in the toughest part of the climb, which is not the wisest decision I've had in the past, but we'll glance over that. We're going to catch Niki Terpstra, and hopefully we'll be able to catch him before the intermediate sprint of Cluse. I did not want to do that. Rinaldo Nocentini attacks as well with Alexandre Kuczynski, Christophe Moreau as well, the good old French legend, and that Juan Antonio Fletcher, Pierre Roland, Igor Martinez, Kevin Silrayos, Christian Knees, Matthew Lloyd Webber to have once again the entire peloton in the front. Daniel Lloyd, the GCN presenter, is there with Rémi Poriol, Eros Kepeke, Gregory Rast, David Miller. A lot of riders are attacking right now. Smooth transition, by the way, from David Miller. We've got Rémi Di Gregorio, Constantin Sutsu, not Johan van Sumeren. Like, yeah, a lot of riders attacking. Tyler Farrar, obviously, his job is to take the 20 points in Cluse and then he'll fuck off. Good. Good. Right, sprint coming up for Tyler. We're going to try and attack because it's a descent and Tyler isn't exactly the fastest when it comes to downhill. But there we go. Another 20 points back for Tyler Farrar in the fight for the green jersey. We are now, what is that, 27 points clear, no, 27 points ahead, indeed, of Oscar Freire. Puncture for Van den Broek as we've started the Col de la Colombière. I would be actually looking to get some water bottles. Let's have Robbie Hunter taking care of that. Go on, Robbie. Right, fetch water bottles, big man. The peloton has completely stopped its rhythm, which explains how Tyler Farrar is currently keeping up in the first group. Go on, Tyler. Right, we're approaching the summit of La Colombière, which therefore means we're going to have a lot of attacks coming from behind, most likely Rinaldo Nocentini on my left and Ahmed Churuka, sorry, on my right. Tyler Farrar just got dropped, which was, I mean, it's surprising that he got dropped this late in the climb with 1.5k to go in the Colombière. We're not going to follow any of these attacks. We're just going to pace at our rhythm. And we'll see. Actually, wait, why did I send David Miller? I wanted to send David Zabriskie in the break. Well, that's not smart. Well, it's nothing. We'll forget that happened. Right, we're in the Col des Aravis. This time I'm going to follow with David Miller because I just had to pace a lot to come back on the 13 guys. So yeah, we're just gonna pace. Pierre Roland dropped with Igor Martinez. David Miller, sorry, Tyler Farrar is already 10 minutes behind. Love that. It's gonna be 5 points for Constantin Sutsu today, ahead of whoever came second. Churuka still in the lead, 5 points clear of Rinaldo Nocentini. Oh, and also, I don't feel like the peloton really gives a shit because we're 17 minutes down. Wait, does that mean GC-wise I'm gonna make a huge comeback? If it stayed like that, GC-wise David Miller is now 7 minutes down in the GC, so I'd be back in the top 10, I believe. Yep, I'd be in 9th position with good old Thomas Vauclair. And the hostilities have started really early in the Col des Saisies, with Christophe Moreau attacking more than 2 kilometers until the summit. Nocentini has jumped in his wheel. Pierre Roland had tried to do the same with Nocentini, but he got dropped by a few meters. Nocentini counter-attacking Christophe Moreau as behind it's Kevin Seldryas trying to make the move with Ahmed Shoroka. Nocentini is going to hold on until the summit of the Col d'Essezi and bag another 10 points, which will mean that Mr. Nocentini is now leading the mountain classification 1 point ahead of Ahmed Shoroka, who comes 4th in the Col d'Essezi. We have 20 more points available today at the Col de la Madeleine. Breakaway has a 13-minute lead over the peloton in, with one climb left. Summit in 70 kilometers. Right, it's going to massively have an impact on the race, but if the rhythm of the peloton increases in this Col de la Madeleine, we might be able to have a relay attack. I don't know if that's a word, and I mean, I probably have just made that up, but basically we'd be able to attack with Ryder Esdal, try to have a little gap, and catch David Miller, granting that David Miller would get dropped. Oh, is that Ahmed Shoroka dropped? Is Ahmed Shoroka dropped already in the Col de la Madeleine, or is it because he was following Juan Antonio Fletch? I think he was following Juan Antonio Fletch and Gregory Rast. How are these two guys already down? Has the rhythm genuinely increased there? They're pacing 70. Interesting. Very interesting. Igor Martinez has been absolutely of no use for Ahmed Shoroka. The polka dot jersey has been left for dead. The peloton has, I don't know. I don't think they've increased their pace drastically because Van Sumeren is still like very much at the front of the peloton right now. Actually, you know what? Protect Van de Velde, mate. Go on. 12 minutes and 37 seconds is the lead as we have finished the first part of the Madeleine, which will restart in a few hectometers. Right, 9K until the summit. I'm not gonna lie, David Miller will not be able to hold on. Like, it's physically impossible for David to hold on in this climb. We have 8 kilometers to go, and the yellow bar is absolutely gone. Which means it's time for plan B, I believe. Ryder Esdal behind Christian Van de Velde. David Zabriskie protects Van de Velde. Van de Velde paces. There we go. This is going to be time for us to show that Garmin aren't just a sprinting team or a time trial team or whatever team that you want us to be. We're a mountain team as well. We are here. We're going to win. David Miller got dropped in the Madeleine. Christophe Moreau, Kevin Seldryers, Rinaldo Nocentini, and Pierre Roland are the 4 riders left in the first group. Are we called E9 right now? Wait, did we just drop Vinokurov? Wait, how? How have we just dropped Alexander Vinokurov? I mean, I love it, but how? I need an explanation here, lads. And the Contador is not waiting for Vinokurov. Okay, love that. Cheers, Alberto. Right, we've finished La Madeleine. Vinokurov is back. We're not going to try the attack I had planned because David Miller is literally just there. Because, I mean, even if I would attack, I think like Contador would most likely be able to follow me. And I don't really want that. Yeah. Alright, we'll just be in the will of David Miller, I guess. Christophe Moreau is going to win in Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne today. Huge race for him. Rinaldo Nocentini is going to come second. Pierre Roland, Kevin Seldryers will fight for third. But then again, I mean, I think it's the first French win on this tour. Christian Van de Velde is back. Huge return by Christian Van de Velde in this race. I'll have to be honest. He was dropped, but a huge comeback from him in the descent. There goes a win. Christophe Moreau wins the 10th stage of the Tour de France. Rinaldo Nocentini might get caught up by Pierre Roland if Pierre Roland decides to sprint. He is going to sprint. Does he have enough in the tank to overtake the Italian rider? The answer is going to be yes. Pierre Roland jumps Rinaldo Nocentini for second. We then have Kevin Seldryers, Christian Clesiut who will fight for fourth, Rémi Poriol, Matthew Lloyd, and then David Miller is the one pacing. One rider has dropped, Racing Prolay. Yeah, had to be. It had to be Robert Racing. No one is going to lose time in the GC today because absolutely everyone and their mothers have crossed the line. 2K to go. We're going to start with Ryder Esdal. Maybe we'll be able to, like, I don't know, get a Leko gap or something. Oh, actually, we might be able, yeah. We very well might be able to get a gap. We could get a gap. Can we get a gap? Can we get a gap? Cunego will. Purito will. If we can get a gap, that'd be absolutely brilliant. GC-wise, imagine if there's no gaps in the Col de la Madeleine, but there's a gap on a little sprint. There might be 25 seconds, you know. There might be 25 seconds. We might be coming back on Vinokurov because of a sprint. This tour will never cease to amaze me. And I think this can be the biggest L of the day. Niki Terpstra is going to be out of the race. However, this man was at one point 17 minutes ahead of the peloton. Tyler Farrar got, like, he came back in the peloton. Well, the peloton came back on Tyler Farrar and him at the summit of the Col des Saisies. Look at him now. 1 hour 20 behind. Well done, Nicky. French win today in Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne as Christophe Moreau gets the W ahead of Pierre Rolland. It's a 1-2 for France, actually. Rinaldo Nocentini comes close to the win, but once again isn't there. Kevin Seldryers, Christian Kniss. The peloton ends up 8 minutes and 19 seconds behind the winner of Caisse d'Epargne. Vinokurov retains the yellow jersey. No gaps noticed between Vinokurov and Hejdahl. We stay 43 seconds behind. Nothing changed in the top 10. Best climber-wise, climbing-wise, it is now Rinaldo Nocentini overtaking yesterday's winner Ahmed Churuka. 47 points for the Italian who wore the yellow jersey, I think 9 days in the Tour 2009. So good day at the office for him. Christophe Moreau also moves up to third place with 30 points. Best sprinter still is Tyler Farrar, as I said, 27 points lead now over Oscar Freire. And Andy Schleck is still the best climber. Team-wise, we increased our lead we nearly doubled our lead on Saxo Bank. Is that because David Miller finished with us? Most likely. He probably thought that he had the second place granted, but no, Rinaldo Nocentini got bullied on the line by Pierre Rolland. But everyone in the breakaway got bullied by good old Christophe Moreau, 39-year-old former French champion, but he still has the legs to pull off a masterclass like he did today to win at Saint-Jean-de-Maurienne with a 2-minute 10 lead over Pierre Rolland and Nocentini. Kevin Seldryers, Christian Kniss, Siutsu, Rémi Poriol, Matthew Lloyd, and then Cunego running the peloton ahead of Purito and Hejdahl. No gaps noticed, which is a shame. David Miller finishing in the same time as the others. GC-wise, absolutely nothing changed, except like obviously Christophe Moreau, Nocentini, David, well, not David Miller, but Moreau, Nocentini gaining a few places here and there. The same for like I don't know, probably Pierre Rolland. I don't know where he is, but he's most likely there. But yeah, for the GC contenders, nothing changed, and nothing will actually. Things could potentially change tomorrow between Chambéry and Gap. I keep on saying tomorrow, but it's for the second stage, for the next stage, obviously, which will be in, I think, 3 days. Again, I don't know when, because I don't know when this is going to get uploaded. But yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please do leave a like down below. If you're new around here, then subscribe to the channel for regular PCM content. I've been Blackcore. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys, and goodbye.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.